Hi, I'm Professor Kat, the wonderful wizard of math. Welcome back to another exciting session on statistics and probability. Today we're going to learn 3 different ways to find a measure or middle. What's in the center of all of those data pieces? 3 measures of middle we're going to use are mean, median, and mode. So our teach point, what I want you to know that you can do today and every day is I can find the mean, which is the same as the average, the median, which is the number directly in the middle, and the mode, which is the most common number, to tell meaning about the center of my data sets. Let's get started. We're going to look at example 1, again, where we asked our friends how many of their classes are on Google Classroom. We're actually just going to focus on median and mode on this slide. We're going to start, again, by arranging our numbers in order from least to greatest. And once we've done that, the median is the number in the middle. So I would write this down personally, that the median is equal to the number directly in the middle. So in this example, 2 is the median because it's directly in the middle. Next, let's look at the mode. I would also write this down, that the mode is the most common number. So here we see that there's only one number that we have a duplicate of, and that number is 2. So in this problem, the mode also happens to be 2. So if I said, okay, muggles, let's find the median and mode of this data set, you would say, I know, Professor Kat, 2 is the median because it's exactly in the center. The mode is also 2 because it's the most frequent number. It's the only one that pops up more than once. Now, friends, let's find the mean of this data. And the mean is the average. Write that down, that the mean is equal to the average. And to find the average, what we do is we add all the numbers, and that is the numerator, which we divide by how many numbers we have. So our first step here is to add all of these numbers. 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 6 plus 4. I know that 6 plus 4 is 10. 1 plus 2 plus 2 is 5. So if I put those together, that means that my total of all the numbers is 15. I'm going to divide that number by how many numbers there are. If I count them, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. So my mean or my average is 15 divided by 5, which is 3. So there you have the mean, median, and mode from our first data set. Now I want you to try this skill with our second set of numbers. Remember, this is a set of data where we ask people, how many pets have you had in your lifetime? So again, like always, we want to arrange these in order from least to greatest. That's the first thing we want to do. If they're written on paper, I would cross them out and write them again in order. Or you can even make these number tiles at home with construction paper. Super fun thing to do. So I have all of my numbers in order now. And before I reveal the answers to the mean, median, and mode, I want you to computate these. I want you to use your quills and paper to find the answers. So I want you to pause this video, write on your paper, mean, median, and mode, see how many of those you can solve, and then come back and join us to find your answers. Osseo, freeze! Quill Leviosa, welcome back. Let's see how you did. So first up, I want to find the median. what's the number directly in the center? To do that, I can start crossing out numbers on each end. Cross one out on the right, one out on the left, and then I will find the center. Now this time, there isn't one number in the center. Because I have an even number of data points, I have two numbers in the center. So I have to find the average, or the middle of that. So we all know what's halfway in between 2 and 4 is 3. So 3 is equal to the median. But let's look at exactly how we would compute that, just in case it's not as easy as 2 and 4. If I have two numbers in the middle, I have to find the average by adding both of them together. So 2 plus 4 is 6, dividing it by how many numbers there are, which is always going to be 2 if you're finding a number in the middle of two numbers. So I would get 3. Next up, let's look for the mode. The mode is the most frequently occurring number. We only have one number that appears more than one time, and it is 2. So the mode is equal to 2. Now let's check your answers to see how you did on finding the mean, or the average. So remember that to find our mean, or our average, we add all of our numbers together, and then we divide by how many numbers there are in our data set. So before we add the values together, let's count how many numbers we had in our data set. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers in our data set. So when we add all the values together, we're going to be dividing it by 8. To add these together, I'm going to say that 19 plus 1 is 20, 25, 29, 36, 38, 40. So the mean, or average, is 40 divided by 8. I can simplify that by dividing the numerator and the denominator both by 8. And I get that 40 divided by 8 is 5, so I get 5 over 1, or 5. So I know that the average, or mean, of this data set is 5. Did you also get 5? Post in the comments below, out of those 3 questions, how many did you get correct out of mean, median, and mode for our second example? I also want you to post in the comments today, what is a data set that you could ask a friend to find the mean, median, and mode of? For example, you might say, how many times did you go out for a walk last week? And then you might post the numbers 1, 3, 7, and 8. All right, thank you so much for joining us. You are now also wonderful wizards of statistics math, especially knowing how to find measures of center like mean, median, and mode. And I cannot wait to read your questions down in the comments below, and also to see how you answer questions that your friends have written. Thank you so much. See you soon.